Hello crew and welcome to your garage, the Cruise Garage. Today I have a luxury family SUV which has a good fuel consumption. Today we have the Range Rover Sport but with a diesel engine. Time to go for a test ride. Before going into more details about the cars and giving you my opinion about how the car looks or feels, I want to give you all of the numbers, like the engine numbers, and then we'll go to more details. It's a turbo diesel V6 engine, 3 liters, 4-wheel drive, HP transmission. The engine produced 254 horsepower, 443 foot-pounds of torque. The car weighs 2,165, so 2165 kilograms. Power to weight ratio 0.1173 horsepower to every kilogram. It's not a fancy number, but not too bad for a heavy car. The car goes from 0 to 100 kilometers in 7.2 seconds. In some areas or some countries, this engine has more restrictions, so it would do it in 7.7 seconds. In Canada, supposedly it would go from 0 to 100 in 7.2 seconds. Since it's an all-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive, smart 4-wheel drive, it has 275 by 45 by 21 tire sizes. So 21 is the rim, 45 is the height, 275 is the width of all 4 of them. It has a comfy ride. It has some neat features, and I think it has some cons too. So we'll talk about both. Let's start with the screens. Supposedly it has 3 screens, but I would say it has a 4. Why? Let's start with these 2. This screen, you can change the angle of the screen, which is a neat thing. You can push it forward more, lean towards you, or kind of flatter towards the dash. 10-inch in the top one, 10-inch in the bottom one. It's kind of neat. You can play with many stuff in it. Air conditioning, seats, vehicle, and you can adjust one of the tabs. So I have it as my Bluetooth or my to stream my music or whatever. So you can play with those things, or with the phone. You can adjust it however you like. 10-inch, so both center screens are 10-inch. There's another screen in front of me. Instead of the original traditional instruments clusters, it's a fully digital screen. It's a 12-inch, and then I have also the head-up display, which is, I think it's kind of a screen, since it shows me the speed limit, how much I'm going, what options of assist I'm using. If I got a phone call, it would show in front of me. If I have an address on the GPS or in the navigation, it would show me directions from that screen. So it's pretty much a screen. Also, there is 2 tiny screens over here inside of these knobs. Same thing in the back. The neat thing about them, let me just do it in front of you. So we turned on the heater. It's kind of cold. So I can play with how the airflow. I would like the airflow from which option, either auto or like a face, or towards the glass. Let's go to the next one. So the small screen, now it's showing the temperature of the air coming out. If I push the knob one more time. Now it goes to the seat temperature. I can either do it a cooling seat or a heating seat, so either hot or cold. Another push. I thought that was 3. Oh, over here. This one has a 3. This one has 2. So temperature of the airflow, seat temperature, and then if I go with the fan, how fast is the air coming out, so I can change the speed of the fan. Now it's off, so it's a neat feature to have a small screen does 3 things with a tiny difference. The ambient light or lights, you can change whatever color that suits you. That's the blue one. It goes to the door, inside the doors, by the door handle to the ground. We'll check the white one, red one. But when you open the door, the floor light would go white, just to have a better lighting, I would say. So we talked about the screens. I think it's time to go for something else. Let's talk about the leather. The leather in this car, it's a premium leather, feels good, feel fancy, luxury, fine. Anything you want to say about it, I think it's a premium leather. I won't say, of course, it's not the best one. There is so many more expensive cars that would have a better kind of leather, but this one, it's a pretty neat leather. Even the leather on the door, it's nice, but there is some plastics that is being used in some areas. In the back you would see it more in the second row. In the front you don't see it a lot, but still there is some kind of cheapy plastic. Refrigerator in the center glove box, 2 USBs inside, 1 memory card slot, and an HDMI plug. In the back, 2 USBs, an electric outlet, and tiny screens. The small buttons on the steering wheel, it's kind of, I don't know, sometimes they act weird, like it's kind of a touch screen, touch button, but it's not touch. So I don't know, they just want to go to wherever they want to go. But sometimes you have to push it, but sometimes they just keep going. I don't know why. Anyway, that's a small thing. It has different assist, so a lane keep assist, but it doesn't pull you back to your lane, so it just vibrates. A red line would show up in the screen in front of me. Supposedly it has an adaptive cruise control, so it kind of brake or slow down if the guy in front of you slowed down, but I think it's a little bit off. It kind of brakes, I don't know, aggressively, I don't know, but I didn't like it. It's not like the other options that in a similar cars, like in the Benz or the BMW, the new BMWs, Tesla, they have a better system, I would say. But driving the car, you feel on the highways, I think it's super nice. On the lower speeds, since it's a diesel engine, you have a little bit of the diesel noise engine between 1200 rotation per minute till 1400, which is a minor thing. From the outside, it's not noisy, it's not bad. Performance is not bad, like it goes, it pulls. You have no issue passing somebody on the highway. I mean, you know, over 7 seconds to go to 100. It's not fast, but it's not bad again for over 2,000 kilograms. This car can tow 3,500 kilograms, which is, I wouldn't say double its weight, but you know, almost 1,400 kilograms more than her weight, which is a neat feature. The trunk capacity, 28 cubic feet, goes up to 60 cubic feet with the seats folded down. Huge glove boxes over here in the front, two of them. the space in the back. This seat is pulled all the way to the back. I still had a little bit left in, between my knee and the front seat. But the plastic over there, it's super cheapy. Headroom, I have lots of headroom. If this seat was a little bit pushed forward, I would have ton of space. A baby car seat is installed backwards, so for a kind of newborn babies. The front passenger seat still has plenty of space. I won't say everybody, because there are some huge people, but I would say most people can fit in that seat by having no issues with the baby car seat behind them. LED lights, front and back, headlights and tail lights, blind spot sensor, heated mirrors, auto sensing wipers for the rain, of course, heated steering wheel, heated 4 seats actually, the 2 in the front and 2 in the back, actually cooling and heating seats, heated seats and cooled seats. A few nice or neat features. Whenever you turn off the car or trying to leave the car, so when you open the door, the car would drop itself, lower itself, so it would make it an easy access to the car, like getting in or out the car. That's a neat feature. Also, the curtain, I would say, and the roof. It's a panoramic roof, so when you lock the car, the curtain would lock itself just to make it darker inside. So if you leave stuff, nobody can, you don't want somebody to break into your car. So it kind of locks the car for you. The price of this car is $85,300 Canadian dollars in Canada, plus taxes and other documentation fees. My opinion about the car, I think I would buy the car, even though it's missing some of the, I won't say basics, but some features that would be useful, like the driving assists. And we're done. We went for a test ride. We took a tour around the car from inside and outside. There's only one thing left. Your comments down below. Let me know if you liked something or if you disliked something, so we can improve. And don't forget, please support us by your like, share and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one.